All right, we're going to get started. So this evening we're going to follow a little bit different format than we have in the past. So if any of you have brothers or sisters and you may have attended or saw or heard about how this ceremony went, we're going to do things a little bit differently this year. So just bear with us. I'll try, like I said, I will try to get everyone out of here in a timely manner. But we do have some special awards we want to give out. We want to recognize all that you have accomplished as a group. So first of all, good evening, parents who are watching at home, athletes, coaches, and administrators. Welcome to Freehold High School Senior Athletics Awards Ceremony. I'm Mr. Longo, Supervisor of Extracurricular Activities and Athletics. Thank you, thank you. So before we begin, we like to start the award ceremony the way we start every day. Would everyone please rise for the pledge to the flag? Sorry, Neely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank you. At first, I would like to take a moment to thank our superintendent, Dr. Sampson, Board of Ed member from Freehold Borough, Mr. Heshi Moses, our principal, Dr. Lavetta Ross, as well as our assistant principals, Ms. Acevedo and Mr. Hine, for their continued support of our athletic programs. Before we get any further into the program, I'd like to call up Dr. Ross for a few special words for all of you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Nice call and response happening. I would like to say, first of all, that it is an honor to be here, but it is sad to be here at the same time. And the reason I say that is because we've had just 4 or 5 short months together versus having years together because I just began my career here with you all in January. But despite all of that, the mission was to make sure that you had some semblance of normalcy and could enjoy some of the things that you're used to enjoying. And in greeting you today, I found a quote from one of the greatest in athletics, and that's Michael Jordan. And he says, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it. Go through it or walk around it or work around it. And that's what you all have done. You didn't let this C word obstacle stop you. I know there may have been days when you felt some kind of way. Maybe didn't feel like going out for that run or lifting weights, training, practicing. I get it. We all been there. We all, even us adults, have had a moment or two where we didn't feel like leaving the house, maybe even not even turning on the television. But despite it, we did overcome it, and we all came to this point where we are today. So you all continue. Don't let the obstacles in the future stop you at all. Work around that wall. Continue doing great things because guess what? We know you can. All right? Congratulations, and the next time I'll see you will be the 24th.
Thank you, Dr. Ross. So I'm truly honored to be a part of this very special afternoon, an afternoon where we come together to recognize the accomplishments of our senior athletes. The coaches and athletes in this room know that it takes a special type of person to be a student athlete. When you're an athlete for your entire life, from grade school, continuing right on up through high school, whether you rotate between multiple sports or you focus much of the time on the sport that you truly love, it becomes second nature, part of your daily routine and a huge part of your life. The athletic academic cycle is a never-ending balancing act that consumes much of your time. Students that do not participate on an athletic team, they just don't understand how much time you dedicate to practicing, how much less sleep you get, and how you no longer have nights, holidays, or weekends off. Here at Freehold High School, we live by the belief that academics truly come first, as it always should. As athletes here at Freehold, we know you are a student before you're an athlete. However, I'm sure most of you will agree those two worlds often morph into one. Many of you do not realize how much you truly sacrifice to play the game you love, how much you give up of yourself to play. But you do this because it is who you are. You play because that's what you do, and you play because you love it. You came to Freehold High School 4 short years ago, not only to learn, but to grow and achieve. Your athletic experience, along with your academic experience, has allowed each one of you to do that. Whether you're a 3-sport athlete, a state champion, or just a role player in one of our programs, each and every one of you is worthy of acknowledgement and recognition. You should be very proud of all that you have accomplished. By giving your best effort to get the most out of the talents, you've learned to develop some very important lasting life skills, such as dedication, teamwork, perseverance, resiliency, and most of all, sportsmanship. Yes, Aunt, sportsmanship. I know you do. You could be on my team any day, buddy. You are all commended for the many sacrifices you have made to successfully navigate through a demanding athletic schedule and a rigorous academic program. As seniors, you are the backbone of our sport programs. You lead by example, and you leave an indelible mark on our teams. Good luck as you move on to the next phase of your career. Now, I'm going to take a few moments to recognize some special people in our athletic world. The very first one is Trainer Mike. So I don't know how many of you guys and girls out there know this, but Trainer Mike is retiring, is retired pretty much as we speak. He will not be coming back to Freehold Borough next year. Trainer Mike has been with us for 32 years. That's an unbelievable accomplishment. Mike is a well-known, knowledgeable, and trusted professional by athletes, coaches, and administrators. Mike truly is the glue, or should I say the tape, that holds the borough together. And I'm going to just go off script here and thank Mike for his years of service. Mike, you've been incredible to our coaches. You've been unbelievable, an unbelievable resource for our parents. You've been amazing for our athletes. I consider you a friend for life. I appreciate our time together. I truly will miss you. We will all miss you. Hopefully the next trainer could somewhat fill your shoes. I don't know if anyone could ever fill your shoes, but hopefully they could try. But thank you so much. Come on up and receive your gifts. You got a nice poster from Mike too, baby. What? All right, that's it. Thanks, man. Do you want to hold the picture up? Get in here, Mike. This is my first book. We got 2 mics in the picture. Is that your first official bouquet of flowers?
Did I take my mask off?
You can take it. We're vaccinated. You can take it. Right? Here.
If you want them off,
There you go. Thanks, Mike. Thanks again to Trainer Mike. There'll never be another Trainer Mike. And through all that, Trainer Mike says, wow, this is my first bouquet of flowers. So that's awesome. Awesome. All right, next is the next special guests that are watching at home I would like to thank are the parents. Very special thank you to the parents. Today is not only about recognizing you senior athletes, but it's also an opportunity for us to recognize and congratulate the parents for the exceptional job they have done in developing and raising such tremendous young adults. Without your guidance, support, and commitment and direction at home, we would not be here today honoring all of the athletes. You were their first teachers and their first coaches, and your influence on them is profound and everlasting. Athletes, please give your parents a big round of applause. Thank you. And last but not least, a special thank you to our coaching staff. This group of dedicated professionals has done an outstanding job of teaching their sport, developing your talents, and trying to build competitive programs. They have also embraced the concept of education-based athletics, where their programs are an extension of the classroom, teaching key life skills such as teamwork, responsibility, commitment, sacrifice, and character. Coaches, especially head coaches, have a tremendous amount of responsibility that often extends beyond what is seen on game days. Regardless of the obstacles, this group of coaches has risen to the challenge presented to them, all while never wavering toward their athletes. In their approach to their athletes. I applaud each and every one of you for your effort and dedication, not only to your program, but to Freehold High School. And again, a special thank you from me to the coaches, and I know from administration. This year was obviously like no other year we've ever seen before. And all of you played a huge role in getting us through our season safely, getting our athletes and keeping our athletes on the field. We avoided any really big situations, let's just say, like Dr. Ross said, with the dreaded virus. And we were able to get through pretty much all of our programs without any major shutdown. So I want to just thank all of you for your efforts in doing that. Thank you. And before we begin to recognize some special athletes, I just want to run through our coaching staff really quick. Coach Agabetti, girls cross country. You guys could just hold till the end. Thank you. Coach Block, baseball. Coach Blum, football and boys golf. Coach Jen Brazucki, girls volleyball, girls basketball, and spring track. Coach Cooper, football, swimming, and volleyball. Coach D'Antonio, football and softball. Coach DeBias, boys basketball. Coach Ellis, football. Mr. Maleo, Coach Maleo, baseball. Coach Ortner, winter and fall cheer. Coach Hunt, volleyball, girls basketball, spring track. Coach Ingwe, girls soccer. Coach Lackus, girls golf. Coach Liebman, boys cross country and spring track. Coach Miller, boys tennis, girls tennis, and winter track. Coach Walkowitz, boys volleyball. Coach Parker, field hockey. Coach Parshalunas, boys soccer. Coach Puz, gymnastics and girls basketball. Coach Shepard, wrestling. Coach Whitco, field hockey. And Coach Orender, softball. Also, Trainer Mike. And some of the coaches obviously are not in attendance, so I'm not going to mention their names. But once again, thank you all very much. I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. All right, now we get to the fun stuff where we recognize all of you. I'd like to take a moment to recognize some very special athletes in the room for some outstanding accomplishments during the course of this year. So first, I'm going to ask Gianna Prate to come up to the stage. Yeah, please. So Gianna Prate, there's a couple things I have to talk about Gianna about, so she's just going to hang out here first. So Gianna Prate, first and foremost, was recognized as Freehold High School's National Girls and Women in Sports Day Award recipient for the NJSIAA. So this award is given to a well-rounded female athlete who is not only an outstanding athlete, but an outstanding student as well. Congratulations, Gianna. Also, Gianna, stay here a second. Gianna is receiving a sweatshirt. So the Shore Conference of Sports of high schools this year started a student ambassador program. So what they did was they took a junior and senior. They selected a junior and senior who was nominated by the coaching staffs. They selected a junior and senior from every school to represent you as a student athletes. And they got together on occasion and they would ask them to complete surveys or questions about just general questions about athletics, on how students feel about maybe practices on Sundays and things of that nature, just to kind of get an idea what the student athletes felt that we needed to do better as administrators or athletic administrators. So Gianna was our senior female student ambassador this year for the Shore Conference. So congratulations. All right, John, thank you. Tony Ann Latito, is she here? Tony Ann, please stand up. Tony Ann, you could hang out because the only reason why I'm not asking Tony Ann to come down is she already received her award earlier. But Tony Ann was invited to attend the Women's Leadership Luncheon at Monmouth University as Freehold High School's representative. And this award goes to a female athlete who demonstrates academic and athletic leadership in school. So let's give Tony Ann a big round of applause. Congrats, Tony Ann. Next up to this stage, I'd like to call Chris Casal and Gianna Scanamiglio. I'm sorry, Jackie Scanamiglio. Sorry. Sorry, Gianna. There's so many sisters, it just makes me crazy. Yeah, each of them gets 2 plus their plaque. So you guys, they just kind of work out. So Chris and Jackie were Freehold High School Short Conference Sportsmanship Award winners. These athletes receive this award based on criteria that identifies them as an athlete in good academic standing who plays the game with proper attitude and sportsmanship. Simply put, they play the game the right way. And this award is very special to administrators, especially athletic administrators, because this award is the one that hits home most for us, because it goes to 2 student athletes who are leaders. They play the game the right way, and they're not on the field. They're on the field always encouraging the other athletes. They're usually not involved in too much back and forth trash talking with the other team. They lead by example, and this award really represents Freehold High School, and so do these 2 fine young people. Congratulations. You may be seated. All right, could Asta Kapadia please stand up? Yes. So Asta was Freehold High School's NJSA Scholar Athlete Award recipient. This accolade is awarded to a student athlete who first plays at least one NJSA varsity sport, possesses a cumulative GPA of no less than 3.0, and exhibits outstanding school and community citizenship. So Asta also received certificates and a small scholarship from the NJSA in the mail just recently, so congratulations. Thank you. All right. Next, I would like to call the following athletes to the stage: Dylan Serenov, Veronica Irafiva, Tony Ann Latito, Ethan Meng, and Asta Kapadia. I'll explain why they're here. So this group, each one of these athletes has achieved high honor roll, which is nothing other than a grade of an A for the first 3 marking periods of the school year while competing in 2 or more sports. This group is being recognized as our Colonial Honor Athletes. Let's give these impressive student athletes a round of applause. All right, you may have a seat. You could just stay here. Dylan and Tony, you could just stay here. Come on back down. And the last group of athletes I would like to call up: Thomas Asenza, Tony Ann Latito, Dylan Serenov, Shivam Patel, Noah Evans, Jocelyn Dow, Gianna Prate, and Logan Weiss. I kind of had a feeling that one was going to get a big round of applause. So this group of athletes right here is a very rare group of athletes. They are the only athletes in Freehold High School this year to letter in 3 or more, because this was an unusual year. If you remember, we had a 4th season. But this is the only group of athletes in this school to letter in 3 or more sports in one school year. So they are known as our Colonial Triple Threat Club. Congratulations. You may be seated. Good job, Logan. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to begin with medal distribution. So the way it's going to work is once we bring a coach up, a coach is going to call up his or her seniors for that season. He's going to say a little brief, he or she is going to say a little brief something about the group of seniors that's up here. You'll each receive your medal, and then you'll go and sit back down. If you happen to play, obviously, one or more sports, you can be called up several times, but unfortunately, you're only going to receive one medal. But your coach would like to say something about you for each one of the seasons that you participated. So first up would be Coach Brazucki for girls volleyball.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if this mic is tall enough for me, but we'll give it a whirl. All right, so as you guys all know, I coach 3 varsity sports at Freehold High School. So I kind of did like a combination because I do coach the boys as well as most of the girls here. So seniors, thank you for your dedication, hard work, and support of one another on and off the court and field. You made each and every competition fun and the process worthwhile. To all the girls I've coached, the one trait I value more than anything in my athletes is character. Your character is more important than how skilled you are in any sport. Your athleticism is only temporary, but your character lasts forever. You have shown character by embracing and enduring, and this is for my girls, the countless number of hours at practices 6 days a week. Early morning Saturday practices when your friends were home in bed. The long bus rides to and from competitions and tournaments, the 2 hours of grueling tryouts for 3 days straight, fitness Fridays, the good old 6-4-6s, metabolic Mondays, and the list can go on. You did all these seamlessly without complaining and kept up with the standards I held you to. As you all know, that's not easy to do. I'm an old school coach with a teeny tiny bit of the new school coach. You were great mentors and leaders to the underclassmen. This shows me that you have undeniable character, and that is why I know all of you will be successful in whatever you venture to do. Once a colonial, always a colonial. Go Borough. So for girls volleyball, Jocelyn Dow, Tony Ann Latito, Gianna Prate, and Jackie. Come on up. This athlete competed in 8 seasons both at the JV and varsity level in both volleyball and spring track and field. In volleyball, she played the middle blocker position where her goal was to get her hands on as many blocks as possible. In the spring season of track and field, she completed in the 400, the 200, the long jump, and the javelin. She will be attending Rutgers University and becoming a Scarlet Knight in next fall. Jocelyn Dow, girls volleyball, spring track and field, and winter track. All right, let's see. My next athlete competed in 4 seasons of JV and varsity volleyball with a season of track and field sprinkled in. In volleyball, she also played the middle blocker position. In track and field, she took part in the grueling distance program and would run anywhere from the 1600 to the 3200. She will be attending Villanova University next fall and becoming a Wildcat. Tony Ann Latito, girls volleyball, winter track, spring track, and softball. Who else do I got up here? Jack? Oh, no, G. My next athlete competed in 4 seasons of varsity volleyball, basketball, and softball. She's a leader and competitor and was an all-around coach's dream. Her maturity on and off the court was beyond her years and is much appreciated by the coaches and her teammates. She will be attending Brookdale next year and becoming a Jersey Blue, which I didn't even know that's what they were, co-captain of volleyball and basketball, Gianna Prate. And my last volleyball athlete, this athlete played 4 years of both JV and varsity volleyball as well. She was one of the most mature captains and players that I have ever coached in a long time. This athlete was like having another coach on and off the court, ensuring that all the girls were in the proper rotation and on the same page daily. She will be attending the University of South Carolina next fall. Go Gamecocks, co-captain Jackie Scoglamiglio. That's all of them. Thank you, guys. Can I have? just going to do my basketball girls and then. All right, so I'm going to turn key right into girls basketball and track and field because you guys are pretty much kind of the same athletes. So I now need, is Abby here? Abby Cowles? No Abby? All right, Michelle? All right, Michelle is here. G, if you want to come back up, but I already spoke about you, but it's up to you. And Joss, I have you for spring track and field. So Michelle, you got center stage. All right. So pretty much I didn't want to make it super long, so that's why I tied everything together. So Michelle played 4 years of JV and varsity basketball for me. She had the hardest job on the basketball court. Being a point guard means you have to be a leader with confidence and great court sense that your teammates can rely on. She will be attending West Point University next fall. Go Mules, also known as the Black Knights, co-captain Michelle Hahn, girls basketball and cross country. Good job.
Thank you, Coach Brazook. Next up, Coach Ortner, fall and winter cheer.
All right. Hello, everyone. I just want to start off with a huge congratulations to all of you seniors for graduating. This past year was definitely one for the books and one to remember. With so much uncertainty that we have all dealt with this past year, you are all standing here with the certainty that there are so many positive opportunities that lie ahead for you guys. You should all be very proud of yourselves. That being said, there's no bigger cheerleader for these 4 seniors than myself. I'm going to call up Gianna, Abriana, Nicole, and Janae. It's more than that. I have felt honored to be your coach for the past 2 years, ladies. You girls are beyond talented on the sidelines and in the classroom, and you are all capable of achieving wonderful things as you continue your journey through life. All of you have been such positive influences on every member of our team. The team has been able to look up to you girls, and everyone has admired all of your hard work and dedication to our Borough Cheer family. Good luck to Abriana at the University of Tampa, Nicole at James Madison University, and both Gianna and Janae at Clemson University. You 4 have truly been the knockout of the bunch. You shouldn't necessarily break the rules, but continue to stand apart and keep ahead right from the start. We had to incorporate a cheer, of course. So give it all you've got to give, ladies. You truly will accomplish wonderful things ahead. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, sorry.
No, you're right. Thank you, Coach Ortner. Next up, Coach Puz for gymnastics. I'll tell him. Want me to tell him? Very good.
Yeah, come on up, girls.
Senior gymnasts, come on down.
I was like, yeah, there's Gracie. I knew I saw her. All right. Congratulations to all the seniors. I know this year was so tough, and you guys really had your ups and downs, and I'm so happy you all got to have your enjoy your senior year. So good luck to all of you, because I've had a lot of you, and it's been a pleasure watching you these last few years. But specifically, congratulations to the girls' gymnastics team on ending their career with a winning record and one of the top teams in the Shore Conference. And our all-star managers back there. Over the last few years, these girls have overcome any challenge that has been thrown at them, from having to get on a bus every day and going over to Colts Neck to practice, to missing a postseason their senior year. These girls were self-motivated and true leaders. I thank you all for your dedication and congratulate you on all of your success. Good luck in the future. We have Gracie Stokes, Gianna Scanamilio, Janae Jubilee, and Sophia Hobart. Congratulations, girls.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Coach Puz. Next up, girls soccer seniors, come on down. Coach Ingwe. Girls soccer seniors.
Ooh, thank you. My seniors. So, these girls, these special, fabulous girls soccer borough true players, are graduating this year, and it is this extremely special class. Most of them have been four-year varsity starters, which is pretty special. They have fought hard, they have led with class, they've been diligent in their efforts, and they have made every moment a lasting memory. You have persevered through every obstacle thrown at you, which is a testament to your character and how successful you will be in all your future endeavors. I thank you for all your hard work, your dedication, and everything that you've given to this program that will continue on in the future because of your leadership. It has been an absolute pleasure to watch you play for the past 4 years and an even bigger honor to be your coach. Best of luck, and I know you're going to do great things in your future. Seniors, good luck. You'll be great. Oh, wait. So I have Katie Rogers, Erica Fernandez, Mackenzie Quinn, Lexi Serluco, and Sharon Sweet Perez.
I should have known when this group moved to the front what type of heckling was going to take place. Thank you, Coach. Next up, boys soccer seniors, come on down. Coach Parshalunas, come on down.
Oh, boy. Huh, okay. All right. It's not the entire team. It's our seniors, and we did have 12 this year. And this is obviously a season, it's become cliche, but it's a season unlike any other, whether our practice was going to be our last, was our next game going to be our last. So that day-to-day mentality is something that books, games, practice just can't teach. And the experience that these guys had and the experience that they led with is something that is absolutely one of those intangible things that makes a team, regardless of what, as athletes, as I a long time ago once was, as we're concerned with wins, losses, banners, championships, etc. Each of these guys up here, whether they're up here or not, I'm still going to mention them, just absolutely personified the personal, interpersonal and personal qualities that really set athletes aside and what in the end high school sports is all about. Leonard Acevino showed how perseverance can earn you a spot. Brian Arce, how constant desire can show your will to improve. Patrick Brooker, how hard work can absolutely get you noticed. Chris Casal, how you can lead by example, not just by verbally, but how you conduct yourself. Matthew Castles with his, how different ideas can lead to solutions, and outside of the box thinking can always help. Ryan Dom, the importance of being reliable. Dylan Manabat, the willingness to be anywhere and anything for any common good. Matthew Martinez, how there's no substitute for hard work. Jose Mejia, how sometimes you just, bottom line, need to grind things out. Omar Morales, how you need to be prepared at any moment for anything can change. Jorge Ramirez, never putting yourself ahead of the group. Mike Romero, how skill can be utilized in any and every different way. And Jack Ravelli, the importance of taking it all in and looking at the bigger picture of things. So with that being said, I thank these guys not just for the help that they gave to each other, but the help that whether they know it or not, and the influence you guys had on the upcoming juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, but also with the help of myself, someone else who didn't know if it was going to be our last practice or game or anything, and the drive to keep me out there and keep me motivated. So I thank you all. I wish you nothing but the best. Seniors as well, good luck to you, and job well done. Thank you. Let me get you guys.
Nice job, Coach. Thank you. Next up, Coach Ellis for football. Football seniors, please come down.
Good. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I prepared all day for this speech, as you can tell. I'm new to public speaking. No, I'm just kidding. No, if I recapped our season, it'd be a lot of what everybody else said. It was a challenging season. For a lot of the season, we didn't know if we were going to have a season. That was the main talk of the coaches in the summer. Like, do you think we're going to have a season? Are we? Well, I think we are. I don't know. I don't know if we are. And, things were changing every day. And then when we got the green light to start to work out and practice together, it was just nice to see everybody back together. A lot of these players have been together since they were younger, and it's good tonight to see everybody, hanging out and talking. And those are the feelings we had the first day of practice. It was nice to see some normalcy. We weren't spared from worrying day to day if we're going to get shut down. Township got shut down. This team got shut down. We just played them, and it was a different season. But there wasn't a better group of guys to go through the season with than these seniors. When I look at these guys, I look at a lot of experience, veterans. Most of them started either as a sophomore or a junior. So there wasn't a whole lot of teaching with this group, and it was just truly a pleasure to be around these guys. I'll just share two stories, just kind of exemplifies the group. This year I had a death in the family, and I had to miss practice for the first time in 15 years. And I was in my hotel room, and I called up Matt Grady, and I went over our game plan, just like we did every week. And I got off the phone. My wife goes, "Do you really think he gets all that?" I said, 100%. She was like, "Really?" I was like, "Guarantee it. I guarantee he nails it." And sure enough, he did. I got back, and everybody was in place like they were supposed to be, and all the calls were right. But that just shows, the leadership and the maturity of this bunch. So that's what I'll miss when you guys move on. Very proud to coach you guys, and it was truly a pleasure. We had a good season. We were 6-2. We were ranked top 10 in the Shore. It was a weird year, so there were really no playoffs, so we don't know where it would have ended up. But we did our best. We won every game we could, and I couldn't be prouder of these guys. Thank you. Oh, all right. I gotta announce their names. We got Dom Canzona, Nick Hall, Ramit Kirsten, Matt Grady, Carlos De Leon, Neil Spira, and Noah Evans.
All right, next up, Coach Parker, and would our field hockey seniors please come down?
Good afternoon. I'd like to give recognition to these three young ladies that were in the program from their freshman years. Most of them were 3-year starters and great contributors to the program. They've withheld the historical challenges that we've had over the years with, lack of players, and, they kept the group together. And in my terms, not necessarily in wins, we did have a successful season. We had no one that quit, and these ladies wish you the best in your future endeavors, and thank you so much for your efforts. All right, we have Taylor Cavallero, Angie Russo, and Kayla Barber.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach Parker. Next up, we have Coach Liebman for boys cross country and boys spring track. Boys cross country, come on down. Do you want spring track now, or you?
I'll come up. All right. I think I haven't taken this mask off all year. First time. I just want to say congratulations to the seniors. It was definitely challenging. You didn't know what to expect coming into the fall, especially when you're not on school grounds and you're at the parks. You're at Homedale Park and it's open to the public. So it was definitely challenging, in that mindset. I wanted to congratulate the seniors who worked extremely hard, put in the effort, put in the miles, dedication, and discipline. All right. We have Ryan Paharik, Thomas Asenza, Logan Weiss, Dylan Saranoff, and Shivam Patel. Thank you. And coming in spring track, again, as the year has progressed and you didn't know what winter track was bringing, very isolated in the bubble in Toms River. Moving into spring track, knowing that, you were going to have a full-on season. And again, everyone put in the work, put in the effort. We have a state sectional champion here, and I want to congratulate them all. All right. Noah Evans, state sectional champion in triple jump. All right. Logan Weiss. Shivam Patel, Reed Klein, and Kirk Young. Thank you.
I'd like to call down the girls cross country seniors. Girls cross country seniors. Yeah, I'm going to tell them at the end. So if you didn't get a medal already, you could just grab one off the table there, the stage, actually. So unfortunately, Miss Agabetti cannot be here, so I'm going to speak on her behalf. So Ms. Agabetti says, congratulations to all the runners. This season was like no other, and you did an outstanding job overcoming the obstacles and challenges you faced. You worked hard, and you worked together to make this the most memorable cross-country season ever. Thank you for a great season. Take pride in all that you have accomplished, and remember that you have great things ahead of you. The girls' cross-country team is Tony Ann Latito, Stephanie Wan, Dory Valentine, Asta Kapadia, Ozichi Chinadu, and Michelle Hahn. Congratulations. That's not an easy name. Okay, I'm getting there, sorry. Next up, Mr. Miller, and first we'd like to call down the girls' tennis seniors, or senior.
I know, it's the first time, right? Everybody has a bittersweet story, so I'm not going to go over too many, but I'm going to mention a few. This year started off really awkward. We had a really, really young team. We only had one senior. We had the right senior, though, Sarah Cohen. This young team finished up we finished up our tryouts, and then we realized the next day that our tennis courts were condemned, which meant that we had to play all of our matches on the road. All of our practices were down at another facility where all the kids were virtual. And a lot of the young players really were losing it about midway through the season with all the traveling and not getting to see everybody during the day. And Sarah was really instrumental in the glue that held our program together. We finished up strong, and we had a great season at the end. So thank you very much. All right, so would all the winter track athletes come on down, boys and girls? Right. A lot of awards over here. A lot of awards. So if you thought we had a little drama with tennis with no courts, we started winter track February 9th, I believe our first practice was, and we didn't see the track for about a month. There was so much snow. So what you see right here was really instrumental in keeping some of our younger athletes in tune and working hard and preserving our program, really, which what it was. We had practiced every day out in the parking lot. We avoided a lot of injuries. We all stayed safe, and we had a pretty phenomenal season when you think about the lack of opportunities that were presented to us. A lot of personal bests, a lot of mentorship here from these older athletes down to the younger teams, and I'm really thankful for all of you for making this season happen. We'll go over the names. Thomas Asenza, Dylan, Compside Dylan Serenov, Jocelyn Dow, Veronica Arofeva, Noah Evans, Barbara Jimenez Silva, Asta Capadia, Reed Klein, happy birthday, Reed. Tony Ann Lotito, Ethan Meng, Shivam Patel, Ryan Paharik, Sophia Stavali, Cameron Stokes, Stephanie Wan, Logan Weiss, Kirk Young. Thank you very much. If you did not get a medal, please grab one, please, right behind you if you did not get a medal yet.
Just feel free to grab a medal if you didn't get one. If you already have one, you may head back.
Hold on, man. I'll get you in a bit. Happy birthday, Reed. I know.
Sanitizer right
Oh,
underneath.
thank you. It's a big day for me.
Big day for you.
All right, we're going to finish up with the boys tennis team, and by the time spring sports started, everything started getting a little bit more relaxed and open up. We still did not have our tennis courts. They're out there, but they're locked. We had a practice at an off-site facility. All of our matches were on the road, and to be quite honest with you, we really did not know. You guys come on down. We did not know who was going to be on the team. I think we had 15 athletes sign up. I called everyone about 100 times, and only 8 kids showed up. Well, really only 7 showed up. I had to really get Jake on the phone and get in contact with his mom to get him to come out. So I had 8 players, and we had the best season since 2007. We had the most wins since 2007 with 12 wins, 6 losses. We scored the most points in our division, and we're scored upon the least amount. We made it to the semifinals of the Central Jersey Group 3 state championships, and we made it down to the second round of the Shore Conference tournament. So it was a great year. Seniors, Jake Caprial, Mohammed Danish, and Benjamin Stillman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Thank you, Coach Miller. All right, next up, Coach Tobias, boys basketball. Boys basketball seniors, please make your way down. Boys basketball senior, make your way down.
Good job.
All right, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? All right. So it's a pleasure to be standing here in front of you guys. I know a lot of you by face, most of you by name, I think. And our season this year was very interesting because we were the first ones introduced back into the building after everything went down. So Mr. Longo and I probably went over our schedule 7 times before we got it right. There were so many changes that had to happen and so many things that we had to be able to adapt to, not only as players and coaches, but, you know, as fans. Like once you guys, who a lot of you guys do participate through that, were allowed to see live streams and you finally were allowed the parents to come back into the gym and watch us. Like it started to become more and more normal. And we do have 4 seniors. Unfortunately, only 1 could be here tonight. And these guys are a testament to not only what our school is all about, but what basketball is all about. And nobody exemplifies that in my mind more than Ryan. Just a little short story about Neely. And I shared this with him before. Like, our games obviously sometimes are very late. So I have 2 young kids, 10 and 4 years old. And the first thing every night when I come home, if we still played and they were still up, not if we still played, if we played and they were still up, was, how did Neely do? How did Neely do? And the first time he said that, I was like, man, that's weird. My 10-year-old. Now, we get later game. I wake up as early as you guys do to get here. My little guy wakes up early. How'd Neely do last night? Now I start thinking, why is that happening? Well, it's happening because this man made an impact on my kids the couple times that they met. And the fact that that happened tells me that it doesn't matter how many points he scored, how many assists he had, how many times he defended the other team's best player, he's a leader. And to me, that's what all of you guys are here as seniors, the fact that you made it through your 4 years. One accolade for him that I looked up, I went back as far as I could go back in the records. He's going to go down as starting more games in a career than any other player in Freehold history. So regardless of wins and losses, in my book, that's what matters. So, Ryan Neely, team captain.
Next up for wrestling, Coach Shepard, wrestling senior. Come on down.
Good afternoon. Attaboy, Gartsy. Yes, only one. Listen, wrestling's a difficult thing. Dan Gable, a wrestling legend, once said, once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy. I don't know if I necessarily think that everything in life is easy. If I could modify it a little bit, I think it makes it easier. Easier to deal with everything that gets thrown at you in life. And again, you've heard the same story, just a different version of it. Every coach that came up here to speak. All right, same thing with Gartz. Gartz started the year injured, banged up, came in, practiced, got hurt again. And it's hard enough to come back to school to practice and to come back to wrestling in a pandemic where this is, I don't understand. We weren't allowed to shake hands, but we were allowed to wrestle. If anyone can figure that one out, that's, I certainly don't know it. But the fact that he persevered through that, and when I needed him the most, I didn't even have to say anything. After the individual, we didn't have a team postseason. We had an individual postseason. After the individual postseason, we had one more match. And that season's long. That season grinds on you. And wrestling's not easy to do. And everyone was kind of dragging. We were going through the motions. And without saying a word, he led. Because he came and all he did was work. And I talked to the guys and I said, look, he knows he has 3 more practices left for the rest of his life. And they all kind of took that in. And we kind of picked it up, and he had a big win. You know, we had an outdoor match in Old Bridge. It was pretty awesome. And his win, you know, it came down to the last match, and we don't win if he doesn't win. So like that, you know, that kind of mark that he left on the program, and hopefully what wrestling has done for him when he goes to Virginia Tech, and he's going to be in the ROTC program, and he's going to be able to persevere through that, and he's going to do excellent things throughout his life. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've given us, and thank you for your very best. It's Louis Gartz.
Thanks, Coach Shep. Next up for boys and girls swimming, Coach Coop. I don't know. I don't believe there are any boys seniors, correct? So the ladies seniors, come on down.
All righty. What's up, everybody? Great to be in front of all of you. Coach Tobias was saying, I know many of you guys in the hallways, I've taught you, coached you in 3 sports, and really happy to be up here. Dr. Ross said something the other day that really kind of stuck with me, is this class has seen a huge change every year you've been here. You went through the change in block scheduling, where we have a 7-day rotating block, and you guys, you adapted and you overcame, right? Shep says that all the time. And then you went through the lockdown and being at home. You adapted and you overcame. You went through hybrid. Now you're here in school. And through all of that, you guys persevered and you made it to practice on time. All right? You showed up to workouts. All right? You were there at film when we did it online if you couldn't be here, right? You guys did all those things. Those are the things that are going to help you at the next level, wherever that may be. All right? So be proud of yourselves because you guys made it through all that. And I'm very proud of these two young ladies up here. Really just did an outstanding job for the swim team. Both 4-year starters, both on our A relay, and gave it everything they had for the swim team. Maddie was our most versatile swimmer. She literally swam every single event that we have. We have the 500, which is 20 laps in the pool. All right. She also swam the 50 free, which is down and back. All right. She swam the breaststroke, the backstroke. She literally did every event in her 4 years. The IM, she did every single stroke in one race. So she was easily my most versatile swimmer, and she never had a complaint. She looked at the sheet on the paper. She said, I got you. We're good. She jumped in and she swam. All right. So huge credit to Maddie for that. Jordan swam all our most difficult events. All right. She swam the fly, the IM, the backstroke. She was our 2-year captain, 4-year qualifier for Monmouth County and Shore Conference tournaments. I'm losing 2 swimmers. It feels like 10 to me because they always showed up and they always gave their best. Both girls were very successful in the Health Professions Pathway Program and will continue studying in those related fields. Attending Rutgers to study biology, we have Maddie Young. And attending Elon University to study nursing, we have Jordan Almeida.
Good job, ladies.
Thank you, girls.
Good job, Coach. Okay, unfortunately, neither one of our ice hockey coaches could be here today, so I'll call down the ice hockey seniors, and I'll say something on coach's behalf. Come on down. Ice hockey senior. For those of you out there, I'm sure all of you know Anthony very well, but you probably don't even know we have an ice hockey team, but we do. So I'm going to just talk really quick about what Coach sent me. Ice hockey. The seniors from Borough include Anthony Caruso, Alex Cirillo, and William Knabb. To say each of these players will be missed is an understatement. Each of the gentlemen were team guys. They bound our group together with the energy, jokes, and general antics. It's gentlemen like this that are hard to come by, and in my opinion, every team needs. From top to bottom, we could insert any one of these players into the lineup, and without question, they would give it their best effort. We were that confident in their abilities and their motivation to do what was right for the team. I'll miss the antics these gentlemen took charge in and their natural ability to stick up for their teammates as good hockey players do. The locker room will be a little less vocal and a little bit quieter moving forward, but the example and expectation that has been set for the future players because of the positive characteristics and the environment these gentlemen created. So Anthony Caruso is the only one up here. I would like to say, Anthony, thanks for making hockey enjoyable for us. I know me and Coach D'Antonio, we always knew Coach D'Antonio is the site supervisor. He's basically in charge of Anthony at hockey games. So making sure that Anthony and maybe Mr. and Mrs. Caruso, no, I'm just kidding. But we try to keep Anthony out of trouble. For those of you that do not know Anthony very well, he's very colorful on the ice, but I will tell you one thing. I said it before, and I'll repeat it. I would take him on my team any day because he's the first kid to back up one of his teammates. I don't care if the kid on the other team was 6'4", which in skates makes him like 6'10", and Anthony being 4'2", and in skates still about 4'2", he will go out there and he'll take him on. But no, I kid because I truly, and you are a great kid, and I'm gonna miss you, and Freehold Borough will miss you. Thanks. Love that kid. You got it, pal. All right. Next up will be baseball. Coach Maleo, come on down. Baseball seniors, come on up. Unfortunately, Coach Block wasn't able to be here today. He had surgery earlier this week and is still in bed. And unfortunately, he wouldn't be able to come, but he does send his best wishes. I'm sure Coach will have something to say.
Thank you, Mr. Longo. Like Mr. Longo just said, unfortunately, Coach Block couldn't make it today. It was kind of a game time decision, so I just found out today that he wasn't going to make it. So I just created this speech about 30 seconds ago. So hopefully it works out well. But what I told one of my seniors this year is one of my favorite quotes is by an all-time great baseball player, Ken Griffey Jr., and he said, life is just like baseball. It's just a game of adjustments. I think that goes for all sports and all of you guys here. Like Coach Coop said before, every single year there's some type of adjustment you guys had to make. And I think the quality of men that we have up here, if there's anything thrown their way, they're going to find a way to make it work. So on behalf of all the coaches, Coach Hopp, Coach Block, myself, thank you guys for just bringing it every day, just bringing that motivation and practicing every day with a smile on your face. It's much appreciated and it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you guys. One thing I also wanted to say is I try to instill this in my guys this year. I told my seniors this year, no matter what your record is, unfortunately, we didn't have the best record this year. We're expecting a little more. But regardless, if you're 14-2 or 2-14, if you can go home and say that you're a great person, then you're going to be successful in life. And I know all these seniors standing up here are going to be successful in life. So here we have, well, first of all, I guess a shout out to who don't we have here? Liam and Dom. So shout out to Liam Wiley and Dom Granada. They're both going to be attending Brookdale next year. We also have Spencer Hurley, who's going to be attending Brookdale. Mike Gasparo, who's going to be attending University of Tampa. Connor Quinn, who's attending TCNJ. Mario Rivera, who's attending Belmont Abbey. And then Chris Casal, who will be attending University of Pitt. Thanks, guys.
If you didn't get a medal, just grab a medal. Good job, guys. All right, just a few more. Next up, Coach D'Antonio, and with the softball seniors, please come down. And if you did not get a medal, just please grab a medal as you come up.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks. It's a great night so far. I have Coach Arender here, who is an invaluable assistant to me. She knows a lot more about softball than I do, and I leaned on her a lot, so thank you, Coach. You did a great job this year. Thank you. Congratulations to our senior parents, wherever you guys are at home. This is kind of the way it is this year. Everything's virtual. We're hearing more and more is going to be back to normal next year. That's great. So I want to just thank our senior parents. You guys give your parents a round of applause. Thank you to our administration for always supporting and constantly supporting our student athletes in all they do in school and on the field. To our 3 seniors, thank you for your hard work and dedication all season. You made my first season as head coach enjoyable. You girls set the foundation for the success of the program for years to come. You guys led the team, we talked about before the season, to qualify for all 3 tournaments for the first time in many years. So that was quite an accomplishment, guys. Good job. We have up here, you guys got your things? Okay. Isabel McCrae, she was a captain, high on-base percentage, leading the team with walks while collecting 13 hits, scoring 15 runs this year. Next year, she'll be attending Stevens in the fall. Gabby Zarnecki, also a captain, led the team with 10 stolen bases, and her fielding at shortstop and center field was impeccable. We will certainly miss your play out there. She will be attending University of Pittsburgh in the fall. And Gianna's been up here a bunch of times. Mr. Longo talked about her already, but she's our final captain and really a true warrior out on the field. This year she struck out 104 batters in the circle. You guys can clap. Led the team with 25 hits, 16 runs scored, and a .455 batting average. She was selected as the team MVP by our coaches. She was chosen by the Shore Coaches Association to represent Freehold Borough in the Senior All-Star Game at the end of this month. And she will be going on to play softball and continue her studies at Brookdale in the fall. She will be missed and very tough to replace next year. Great job, guys.
Nice job, ladies. Good job, good job. All right, next up, we have boys volleyball. Coach Walk, volleyball seniors, come on down.
fellas. All right. Hi, everybody. It's good to see a lot. I mean, I teach mostly seniors, so there's a lot of you who are in my class or have been in my class at some point. Thanks. There's something I tell my seniors at the end of the year. You guys will probably hear it tomorrow. I give my own little talk to them at the end. And one of the things I say towards the end is you're stronger than you could possibly know. And that saying kind of means like it's not until life punches you in the face do you realize how strong you actually are. Like, and you have no idea what you have in you until you get slapped in the face with life. Over the past year, you guys got slapped in the face with life, and you came back strong. Okay? And that's a testament to everyone in this room. All right? A testament to these 5 gentlemen, and not pictured Mike Sakaris. You can give him a little round of applause at some point, too. These guys didn't have a season last year. Like, they played volleyball for a week, and then it was like, sorry, you're not playing again, no season. So they had to come out and play a varsity season with, like, having not played since they were sophomores. And the guy in the middle and the guy in the end having never played. And then all of a sudden they come out and play varsity. Like, that's getting slapped in the face with life. But they did it, all right? And they came back, and they did it, and they did it well. These guys came out with a winning in-division record. That might be almost the first time ever in our program, in-division record, because we used to be in division with, like, CBA. It wasn't good. But they came out first ever winning record in B North. They made a state tournament appearance for the first time since 2017. They put everything out there, and probably the biggest thing for me was these guys came out and they had fun, and it ran through the program, and everybody, like, multiple students came up to me at the end of the year and like, Coach Walk, I have so much fun playing volleyball, and I'll take that over a winning record in a state tournament appearance any day of the week. Like, let's enjoy ourselves out there. And that's a testament to these guys coming out and pushing everybody else in the program and saying, you know, let's go out and have a good time up here. And they did. And they had fun. And they had a great season. And I know moving forward, the volleyball team is going to be in really good shape because of these guys. All right. So we have on the end, Dylan. All right, Dylan Saranov, who taught himself volleyball in a couple weeks before the season when he decided he wanted to try out. And then he wound up starting varsity. Ari Weiss. Okay. Ari Weiss, you want me to say more about Ari? We'll get over. All right. Ari Weiss, who basically pushed everybody on the team to get better. Every practice made everybody get better. All right. Ryan Dahm stepped in whenever I needed. Again, another guy who never played before, came out and all of a sudden is playing varsity time. Cameron Stokes, who midway through a state game yelled at the entire team. So I said, you know what, you're starting game 2. So he got to play, start game 2. And then finally, our captain, guy who is the only guy who played all 4 years and made the All B North team and is finally off crutches, Fabian Barrios. All right, congrats, gentlemen.
All right, next up, Coach Blum, boys golf.
No, they all decide just to show up, I guess.
Yeah, that's all right. If you didn't get a medal, grab a medal. Go ahead,
All right. All right, boys golf. I didn't know half of these guys knew that the golf team existed. All right. Literally the first 3 rows decided to show up as seniors and try out this year, which was nice. No, we had the most seniors ever try out. Unfortunately, I had to cut some of these guys in the first couple of rows. A couple of them made it. All right. But I wish these guys came out all 4 years, well, 3 because we didn't have a season last year. We had our first winning record in 5 years. A little bit about Matt. He played 3 years. Would have been 3 years. The coach gets to pick who they play with every match, and I always played with Matt because he's the most personable kid that I've ever met. Class president. You guys all know Matt. So. And then just a little bit about Paul. He's going to go down as the greatest golfer in school history so far. State qualifier, which is really hard in golf. They don't take as many kids because you can only fit so many kids on the course. And he's actually the 2-time Jersey Shore Cup competitor, which is the top 12 golfers in the Shore. Probably would have been 3. And he's the only golfer in school history to ever make the Tournament of Champions. So. All right. So we got Thomas Senza, Dylan Mountabat, Anthony Crusoe, Paul Ulanich, Matt Collier.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Coach. Thank you. All right, and last but not least, girls golf seniors, if they're here. Unfortunately, Coach Lacus could not be here. He had a situation come up literally like last minute, so he couldn't be here. So grab a medal if you didn't get one, and he left me some words for the lady golfers. He says, "We had a great season, and I especially want to thank my 3 seniors. Hannah Chu, 3-year varsity player, Julie Contract, 4-year varsity player, and Arizona Reynoso, 3-year varsity player. Collectively, they all continue to improve their game over the years as members of the golf team. They exuded the spirit of the borough out on the golf course, demonstrating integrity for the game, sportsmanship, and overall commitment to the team. I wish them the best of luck moving forward, and I will miss them next year. Thanks again for being part of the program, and I hope you all keep swinging." Thank you very much. Okay. So, athletes, the medal you just received represents your hard work and dedication to Freehold High School. This accomplishment to us is just as important as National Honor Society or any other accolades that you can receive this year. So that being said, our hope is that all of you athletes will proudly wear your medal on graduation day to show a symbol of your athletic accomplishments. So wear your medals at graduation. So I just want to say something really quick. And a lot of the coaches came up and kind of actually said some of the things I really want to say. But class of 21, you will never be forgotten. You have truly been through so much stuff. And Mr. Walk actually, literally one of the last people up, stole exactly what I had planned to say to all of you. But the changes that you have been through, and the strength that you don't even realize that you showed. Everyone in this room, I've never seen a single athlete in this room or a single coach use the pandemic as an excuse for not doing something. Never. As a matter of fact, Coach Tobias undershot the 7 schedule thing. He said we'd worked on the schedule 7 times. That was the first phone call, which started probably March last year when they shut us down. So Coach Tobias and I communicate quite often. But that's how they were. Every day I'd get texts, phone calls. When are we starting? When can we get in? I'm getting it right now. When's the weight room open for July? These coaches, they're ready to roll. And the same with all of you. You couldn't wait to get back in this building, and I never saw any of you use it as an excuse. And that's part of what I want to say. You all handled this whole situation with class, okay? Don't use it as an excuse, ever. Because there's a lot of people that are going to do that. And I understand a lot of people went through a lot of difficult times, and I'm not minimizing that at all. But how all of you in this room learn from this entire situation and how you grow from it, that's going to define who you are down the road. And I think everyone in this room is up for the challenge. So what I want you to do right now is give yourselves a huge round of applause. On behalf of the Freehold High School community, all the coaches. I want to congratulate you on your 2020-2021 athletic accomplishments, and thank you for being a fantastic part of our programs. You guys, the night is over. Thank you so much.